The game is afoot. Not a word. Into your clothes and come. I'll wait for you in the sitting room. I've just received a note from Inspector Lestrade. A letter from the suburbs. He is in need of my presence. Whenever he has asked for my assistance, it has always turned out to be entirely justified. I fancy that every one of his cases has found its way into your collection.
Yes, they all seem worthy of...
However, I regret your fatal habit of looking at everything from the point of view of a story instead of a scientific exercise.
Oh, Holmes, you...
I beg your pardon, I digress. It would be much better to examine this letter than to try to convince you.
Okay, halt zurück zu Sherlock Holmes. Also, die Affäre, wie hieß es, Abbey Grange, ist der neue Fall. Wir gucken mal, es regnet, ob die Mutti da immer noch steht. Ey, die steht da dauernd, ey. Unglaublich. Kann man eigentlich noch was anderes machen? Kann man das irgendwie bewegen? Nein, man kann es nicht bewegen, okay. Gut, ist auch nicht so wichtig. Doggy is still there. Toby, komm her.
I agree with you, Toby, that Watson's shoe is preferable to Mrs. Hudson's cold cuts.
Absolut. So, was haben wir gesagt? Ein Letter. Wo ist er denn? Ich dachte, der Letter wäre hier. Schnipp. Ah ja, Bentley wurde ermordet. Ja, ist ja gut. Das wissen wir doch. Ja,
This is where I...
The letter is on the table, Holmes. You should
on the
take a
table.
look.
Which table? This table? No. Der Table da drüben? Ah.
I can tell from Lestrade's handwriting that he was in a hurry when he wrote this letter.
Oh.
The Brackenstall family coat of arms.
Ja. Lass uns den nochmal lesen. Ist das Siegel brechen oder was?
A wax seal with the monogram E.B.
Okay. Abbey Grange. Mhm. Ich würde mich sehr freuen, wenn uns zu Hilfe kämen, die höchst bemerkenswert zu werden, bla bla. Wenn Sie sagen, alles genau, doch bitte keine Sekunde verlieren. Aha, dann hätte er ja vielleicht auch mal selber vorbeikommen können, ne? Oder?
So, what is it, Holmes?
Promising, as always. It appears to be a case of murder.
So you believe that Sir Eustace is dead?
I should say so. Lestrade wouldn't have sent for me for less. His writing shows considerable agitation, and he is not an emotional man. These people belong to high society. The quality of the writing paper, the E.B. monogram, their coat of arms. The crime was committed before midnight.
Holmes, how can you possibly tell?
Well, it is all thanks to Lestrade. He wrote his letter at 3:30 in the morning. Imagine the chain of events before that. The local police had to be called in. Scotland Yard was notified. Lestrade himself had to make haste there, and finally compose the letter he sent to me. All of that makes for a fair night's work.
It makes sense. Lestrade also speaks of the woman he released.
That seems to indicate that she had been held somewhere during the crime. Much time has been wasted. Let us find a cab and go to Abbey Grange immediately. I live in hope of an interesting morning.
Okay, gehen wir mal hin. Ah, Lestrade ist schon da.
Ah, Mr. Holmes and Dr. Watson, here you are. I'm very glad that you have come, but perhaps I should not have troubled you after all.
And why is that?
Lady Brackenstall has come to her senses, and she has given so clear an account of the affair that there is not much left for us to do. You remember that Lewisham gang of burglars?
What, the three Randalls?
Exactly. The father and two sons. It's their work. They stole a silver service, which is of great value.
Sir Eustace Brackenstall is dead, then?
Yes. His head was knocked in with his own poker.
A violent act of aggression.
Yes, the poor lady. She has had a most dreadful experience. She was assaulted and tied to a chair. But I think that you would best see her and hear her account of the facts. She's in the morning room with her maid, Teresa Wright.
Where is the body of the deceased?
In the dining room. We haven't touched anything.
All right, I'm going to examine it.
Very good, Watson.
Okay, der gute Watson geht los und wir gucken erstmal
Lord
hier ein bisschen
Ramsay Brackenstall.
rum. Alter.
Baron Lyndon Brackenstall.
Meine Mutter Brackenstall. So, jetzt mal mit der Tante reden, oder
Lord George Brackenstall. Sir Warthen Brackenstall.
was? Na gut, also sie ist hier wahrscheinlich, ne, oder?
Ladies, allow me to introduce
Oh.
myself. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting Inspector Lestrade in this investigation.
Mr. Holmes, I am the wife of Sir Eustace Brackenstall. We were married only a year ago.
I am sorry for your loss. Please accept my deepest condolences.
I suppose that it is no use my attempting to conceal that our marriage has not been a happy one. I fear that all would tell you that, even if I were to attempt to deny it.
Okay. So, da gab's was anderes, ne? Boah, übel. Okay, gucken wir mal weiter. Ansonsten eigentlich okay. Eine Brosche. Australisch, okay. So, Knöpfchen. Alles tippi gekleidet, ja. Ehering. Alte Verletzung, okay. Aha, sehr interessant. Alte Verletzung.
Can you describe to me the events of yesterday evening?
Is it really necessary? I have already told Inspector Lestrade all that happened.
Yes, madam, it is.
I will tell you then. Sir Eustace retired about 10:30. I sat in this room until after 11, absorbed in a book. Before I went upstairs, I entered the dining room to fetch a candle and... oh God.
Please, go on.
As I approached the French window, I found myself face to face with an elderly, broad-shouldered man who had just stepped into the room. Close behind the first man, I saw two others. One of them struck me a savage blow with his fist and felled me unconscious to the ground.
And then?
When I came to myself, I found that they had secured me tightly to a dining room chair. It was at that instant my unfortunate husband entered the room.
He fought with the intruders?
Yes, I think he had heard them, for he was holding his stick. But they were three, and he eventually succumbed. One of them, the elder one, struck him a terrible blow with the poker. I fainted once more. When I opened my eyes, they had withdrawn. Then my brave Teresa came to my assistance.
Did these three villains steal anything?
Yes,
The
I found
silver.
that they had taken the silver from the sideboard.
Ja.
But you can see for yourself in the dining room.
You mentioned that your marriage was not a happy one. Was there anything specific that was troubling you?
He was not a nice man when he was drunk. And he suffered from dark moods, but nothing else.
Na.
The bruises on your hands are at least 1 week old. Your husband caused those bruises?
Oh, do you... Yes, he did. He was very angry at the time. Out of control. Again. Sir Eustace was a drunkard. To be tied to such a man for life is worse than death.
Your ladyship?
Okay, interessant, voll der brutale Typ. Mal nochmal mit der Dame hier reden.
Teresa, I would like to hear your testimony.
Certainly, sir.
So, schauen wir uns die Dame mal genauer an. Okay, auch eine Brosche, oder? Nee. Sah so aus, ne? Ja, komm. Die arbeitet halt. Kaffeeflecken, fürsorglich, okay.
As I sat by my bedroom window, I saw 3 men in the moonlight down by the lodge gate. But I thought nothing of it at the time. Oh, if I'd known.
And then?
I went to bed, and it was more than an hour after that I heard my mistress scream. And down I ran, to find her tied to the chair and him on the floor with his head smashed. That's all I know.
Na gut, wenn sie halt jetzt nicht dabei war, ne, dann ist das halt so. So, was haben wir hier? Swimming-Geschäft, die Bande ist wieder unterwegs. Okay. 3 Männer. 2 Söhne, okay. Ältest Jack Randall. William Randall ist der ältere Sohn, okay. Und Melvin Randall, okay. Dünn wie eine Bohnenstange. Piraten.
The description of the Randall gang provided by Lady Brackenstall is identical to the one in the Times article.
Ja, ist natürlich interessant. Was haben wir denn hier noch zu gucken? Ein Bild. Kratzer.
These scratches are most definitely made by the picture frame.
Okay, das Bildchen bewegen. Oh, ein
This
Safe.
is Sir Eustace's safe. There may be something important inside. I must ask Lady Brackenstall to open it.
Kannst du mal aufmachen?
Lady Brackenstall, could you open this wall safe?
No, it is my husband's safe. I do not know the combination.
We have to open it. Your ladyship?
Tja, Kann ich das Ding irgendwie knacken?
Let us try to open this safe.
Ja, wollte gerade sagen.
This safe can be cracked.
Wir
I
sind
only
doch
have to
Sherlock.
pay attention. The dial will vibrate when it is set to the correct number.
Okay. Okay. Hä? Mann, der Sherlock, ey, der kriegt alles geknackt. Was haben wir denn hier? Das ist äußerst besorgniserregend. Ihr Stehen Anzeichen schwerer Leberschaden. Okay. Lungenabszess, total krank, Mann. Ihr exzessiver Alkoholkonsum. Boah. Ah, na gut.
It is
Bisschen
common
Kohle.
practice to keep one's valuables in a safe behind a painting. It should not really pose a challenge for a criminal. Antique coins, possibly of value, but they're scattered without care.
Ja, eigentlich bräuchte sie nicht das Silber klauen, sondern hier den Cent auch klauen können, ne?
This photograph of Lady Brackenstall and her maid Teresa was taken at a port, but which one? So the lady and her maid came from Australia a year and a half ago on this ship.
Okay. Gibraltar angekommen. Mhm. Die verstehen sich eigentlich ganz gut, ne?
Oh, what a horrible thing to have happened.
Sir Eustace's doctor speaks of his violent behaviour.
Yes, Sir Eustace was an extremely violent man. A detestable human being, to be more precise. It is true that he once threw a decanter at me, and all because I dared to stand up to him in defence of my mistress. Sly devil. God forgive me that I should speak of him so now that he's dead, but a devil he was, if ever one walked the earth. We met him only 18 months ago. She'd only just arrived in London. Yes, it was her first voyage. She'd never been from home before. Wonder with his title and his money and his false London ways. If she made a mistake, she has paid for it, if ever a woman did. She doesn't have any friends here, so it was specially hard for her.
Na, also, die beiden sind hier echt eng miteinander, kommen hier vor ein paar Monaten an. Was hat sie gesagt? Weiß ich nicht. 1,5 Jahre? Nee, 18 Monate. Boah. Und er prügelt die ganze Zeit. Ist jetzt nicht so der Liebling.
Lord Brigham Brackenstall. The Brackenstall family seems rather austere.
Okay, gucken wir mal, was hier los ist. Oh mein Gott.
You should examine the body of Sir Eustace Brackenstall.
Ja, das mache ich gerne. Es gibt hier alles so, noch mehr
The
Bilder.
hunting scene.
Okay, hier Jäger.
Antique hunting weapons.
Oh, und das ist der Stuhl, oder was?
Sailor's knots. That's interesting. This rope was handled by the murderers. We need a scent hound to follow their trail. I will take it with me. This is the chair that Lady Brackenstall was tied to.
Also, Seemannsknoten, um jemanden festzubinden. Okay, ist auch sehr interessant. So, Gläser.
There is beeswing at the bottom, as if the wine had not been decanted before being poured.
Okay.
This glass has some wine traces, but no visible beeswing. This glass has some wine traces, but no visible beeswing.
Okay, also das
It is rather
eine...
strange that only one of these glasses has dregs of beeswing inside it, while the other two are clear. A decanter standing next to the open bottle, an inseparable pair indeed.
Eigentlich hätte man es locker dekantieren können.
Ségur, French wine, Grand Cru.
Okay, eins der 3 Gläser ist anders, ne? Also da ist irgendwie, hätte man dekantieren können.
These wine bottles are expensive and mostly from France. A bottle of wine is missing here.
Dem haben sie einfach jemand ein Fläschchen gegönnt und gut ist, ne?
This candlestick is valuable. It is interesting that it was not also stolen. An empty silverware box. It appears that the intruders have stolen the contents. The criminals did not thoroughly ransack the house. They only took a little silverware.
Ja, das ist schon
The
strange,
hunting
ne?
scene.
Oh, Hunting. Ich glaube auch, dass er halt so ein bisschen Jäger war. Der
A
Vogel.
deer hunt.
Ja. Okay, jetzt gucken wir ihn uns mal an.
So, Watson, what have you learned from examining Sir Eustace's body?
Well, I can confirm that the death was instant. Sir Eustace was facing his attacker when he received the blow to his head. There are no other apparent injuries.
Ah, lass mal ein bisschen
Quite a
gucken.
large stick, a formidable weapon. Barefoot, he had therefore been in bed and did not have time to fully dress.
Ja. Aua,
The
aua.
head was cracked with the force of the blow.
Ja.
That must be the murder weapon.
Also mit dem Schürhaken ordentlich eins übergezogen gekriegt und der Kollege war kaputt. Okay, oh, Feuerchen.
It is covered in blood. Sir Eustace might have struck his head upon it while falling from the blow. That is one possible explanation.
Okay, okay. So, was haben wir noch? Oh,
A
noch ein
fur
Bild.
trader's cabin.
Mann, 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 ey, nur am Rumdaddeln.
A trapper's
Jede
hut.
Also ist Jäger, ne? Das haben wir dann jetzt wohl mal rausgefunden. Da können wir raus wahrscheinlich. So, war sonst noch was auf dem Tisch? Antike Jagdwaffen, die haben wir auch gecheckt. Ah, okay, kann man hier durch? Ja.
This door leads to the upstairs bedrooms. Apparently the criminals did not venture there.
Okay, also lassen wir es. Drei Gläschen. Was heißt das mit dem... Heißt das Weinstein, ne? Oder wie sagt man? Boah, also er hat eins übergezogen gekriegt. Ich will erstmal sagen, okay, warum nicht? Ne? Hört sich jetzt erstmal alles vernünftig an. Aber auf dem Kaminsims...
It appears that the bell rope was cut by someone taller than me.
Jemand, der größer als er war? Wer kann das denn gewesen sein? Ah, da ist ja noch eine Hunting Scene.
A fur trader's cabin.
Ja, okay. Was haben wir hier? Oh. Ein schöner großer, oh, mit Brunnen. Was ist hier in dem Schuppen? Oh, bisschen abgekürzt. Kommt man nicht ran. Der Brunnen, was bringt der? Oh. Ah, noch eine Statue. Noch eine Zeitung. Okay, ganz normaler Garten, oder? Hier komme ich ja nicht raus. Ah ja, okay, doch, da kann ich abhauen. So, wir machen mal Super View. Kann ich hier irgendwie rum noch? Nö. Also das hier ist der Garten. So weit, so gut. Komme ich hier rein? Achso, das muss ich natürlich hier nochmal gucken, ne? Aber mit dem super Blick kommt man auch nicht durch die Türen. Komme ich hier durch? Nö. Was war jetzt da hinten? Da hinten war... Achso, ja. Also hier ist das, da ist das, da ist der... Crazy... Ja, verstehe. Noch eine Tür? Die Tür auch nicht raus? Okay. Jo. So, ich denke mal, für die erste Session bei dem Fall hier ist es doch mal erstmal genug, oder? Mehr dann in der nächsten. Also bis dann, ciao.